What's up, YouTube? I'm Casey. I've had a YouTube channel before. This is going to be a new one for me. Basically, if you watch my intro video, hunting and fishing vlogs, plus, self-filmed hunts, and then me going fishing, Q&As, just really trying to talk more about something I love and I have a passion for, which is hunting and fishing. Started hunting when I was really young. My dad got me into it, and ever since I loved it. And this video is going to be more of why I hunt, what it means to me, what it means to the people around me, and how it's helped me cope through life with, just problems, everyday life. I got a couple things on my phone I'm going to share, so I texted my friend Nathan today, asked what hunting meant to him. And his response was, well, hunting to me enables me to provide for my family and to live off the land. Hunting has taught me how to provide, how to respect nature and others. Hunting is a way of life that has taught me many valuable things that I will live by my entire life. And I agree with him 100%. Obviously, I don't agree with anybody why they hunt. I know where he hunts. He shoots big deer. He's got a good lease. He loves it just as much as I do, and I do a lot of whitetail hunting. He does a lot of whitetail hunting. He's really big into turkey hunting and property management, stuff like that. So thanks for texting me, Nathan. I'm sure you'll be watching this video. The next one is from one of my best friends, Logan. He was kind of messing around with it. He didn't take me seriously that I was going to make this video, so it's up, Logan. He said, it means taking part in my Native American heritage. I'm 15% Cherokee. It's not something to laugh about, but it was just really funny. It made me laugh about it. Those are the only two people that I got to talk to. So far, obviously, I'll make more videos of asking people with the actual camera, but I want to make a video tonight, get a vlog up. So I wrote down some things on my phone that I wanted to explain what I want to talk about, because if I was just to freelance and just start talking, I would get off subject so quickly. So, what does hunting mean to me? Hunting is a way of life. Being in a tree relaxes me and brings inner peace. It gives me a way to provide food for my family that isn't pumped with steroids and hormones. That's a big thing these days, getting clean meat, ethically killed. Hunting is my entire life. Managing wildlife so the next generation can enjoy it. And so I started talking about, I started hunting with my dad when I was about 5 years old. It may have been maybe a year or two after that, I'm not too sure. I was really young. I would be sitting in his box stand. We couldn't really sit, in a ladder stand yet because I was too fidgety. I didn't have that patience yet because I didn't fully understand what we were doing. I just knew we were hunting. All I had was a 410. It was a single barrel 410. That was my dad's that he passed down to me, and that's one of the guns I learned how to, basically care for, clean, safety. Well, my first gun was a 22 Cricket, but this 410 was, handed down to me, and family thing, and so we always brought it with me to the box stand, and it just taught me how to basically, how things work, Park the truck, four-wheeler, we walk so far, just really the basics of hunting, bringing your gun up to the stand, sitting there and waiting. It really got me used to guns. I was always around guns anyway. Safety, of course. We had the 410, I obviously wasn't using it, he was the one hunting, because I think, at that time, maybe I was old enough to shoot a deer, but he was really trying to teach me the true meaning of hunting. You're not just going out to kill, you're going out because it's a way of life. You're going out to support your family. You're going out to be a conservationist. People don't understand how hunting can be conservationist, so that's another topic. So, by the time I was in 5th grade, I shot my first deer. It was a 5-point buck at 130 yards. It was an old buck that had been past his prime for a year or two. He was a good-sized buck, small rack. I don't know if you can see. It was like that, but it was my first deer. It was awesome. It was early in the morning, maybe 20 minutes after daylight. I remember that. I could just remember the fog rising and stuff like that. We look up and just a deer under the feeder. And my dad saw him come out first, and I saw the deer, but I didn't see antlers at first. But he came up, my dad spotted him in the spotting scope, and told me he was a shooter. So I lifted my Remington 243, aimed down the scope, nervous as could be. I was like, I don't want to miss this deer. I want to make a good kill shot. You know, I want it in the heart, something so this animal doesn't suffer. And you know, they never know what's going on anyway. But I said where I wanted to take my shot. I pulled the safety off and I pulled the trigger. I don't remember any recoil or squeezing the trigger whatsoever. I just knew I dropped my first deer in his tracks with a clean shot, and that was probably one of the happiest moments of my life by far. That happened really fast, even to this day. Thinking back about it, I just sit there like just a moment of seconds. It felt like, even though it was probably a good almost 4 or 5 minutes went by. It just felt like it went so fast. I remember looking at my dad, and we were both incredibly happy. I hooked him right away, after I chambered the round and put the gun on safety. All the safety stuff for Richard. I remember giving him a big hug, and he was so happy and was screaming right after we shot it. He was so happy for me. To this day, it was one of the happiest moments of my life. I was hooked after that. I read books, YouTube videos, finding more out, about whitetail hunting to answer all my questions, and I still don't know everything. That's the great thing about hunting. Every time you go out, you are learning more. Like, a few years ago, I learned about hunting with the wind. Is it towards you? Is it against you? Your scent, it's a big, big thing. And, that's just one of the many things you've learned. But, to this day, I still love it. The countless hours I've spent sitting in a stand, planting food plots, checking trail cameras, and moving stands. That time I give up will never be looked back on as wasted time, but as time spent making memories, learning new things. I've spent so many hours, because if I wasn't hunting, I was playing sports. When I wasn't playing sports, I was hunting. Usually football is in, and fall ball for baseball is in the same time as hunting season, so I was always busy. That time, yeah. And the people I hunt with, we have a lease down like 45 minutes from our house at most. And we've been down there for 17 years. I'm about to be 19, so we've been down there practically, obviously, my whole life. And the people I hunt with, I consider my family. We have spent so much, hard work, dedication, time towards managing this lease property. We've just spent countless hours with them. I've grown to love every single one of the people I hunt with. They have all taught me everything I need to know about hunting. Every day it's a new thing. They taught me how to shoot my first gun, how to shoot my first bow, why we put a stand here, why we're putting food plots out, why we're checking and trying to manage, good quality deer, because we have an 8-point rule. And so, memories. The people I hunt with, I consider my family. During deer season, we spend every weekend, every Thanksgiving, and even some of Christmas with each other. These relationships would have never been built without that hunting camp. And that hunting camp, it's a hard thing for people to realize. I just got done with high school, so no more wrestling, which took up a large amount of my time, so I get to hunt more. And I had some friends that weren't into sports. They hunted a lot, country blue-collar guys that I ended up losing a lot of friendships over because, I was either busy wrestling or the only time I had, I was hunting. So, but I built good relationships with my old teammates, love them to death, old coaches. Even though I lost those friendships due just to a hard time for me. Hunting can take up a large amount of your time. I'm not married, obviously. I'm about to be 19 and still really young, but I can understand watching grown men, telling their wives, well, I want to go hunting this weekend. She's got a honey-do list or something like that. It's hard to work out, especially if you marry someone. I think you need to be upfront. being married to a hunter is a real big thing. Just dating a hunter is a real big thing because that's all they want to do. Obviously, they want to spend time with you, but when it's season, that is their main focus is to get some meat in the freezer and make memories. I'm sorry, make memories. Um, what else do I want to talk about? I don't have any editing software, so this is all getting put in. This is raw footage, not edited. Um, Hunting's helped me cope with life. If I'm going through any hardships, any stress, especially through school, it got me through school so much. I'd be so stressed out about my grades, how my performances in wrestling weren't going so great at times, just drama, girlfriends, family. Because, I wake up early, I go sit in the stand for about five hours, and I just sit there and I watch wildlife. And if that doesn't relax you and give you some inner peace, I don't know what will. Because sitting there hearing the birds chirp, the squirrels, getting acorns from around the trees, watching a nice white-tailed deer or a turkey come in, you sit there even if they're not a shooter, or you just want to sit there and watch them. I like taking photos of them. Obviously I'm going to start filming my hunts, but that is the most relaxing thing because these are God's animals, and maybe you're not religious Christian or anything, but you hunt for different reasons. You obviously don't have to be Christian to hunt, but in my opinion, just watching God's animals, and they never stop. You know what I mean? We as humans, we're just so much different because we live in houses, we have schoolwork. Well, this is wildlife. They don't stop. They sleep, and if they're predators, they go get food. It's a life cycle, and it's so cool to watch something that really never takes a break from its actual life till it dies. But we keep track of my phone. But hopefully I can make more videos. This one might not be too interesting. This is my first YouTube video. I'm gonna try to upload my intro video with this one too onto my page. Page isn't gonna look too good yet. I work, over 40 hours a week. Not a lot of free time, but I'm gonna make that free time. So, it's gonna be fun. Like I said, self-filmed hunts and fishing, vlogs. I'm gonna have my email down below in the description box. Please email me anytime. Ask me questions, give me feedback. Ask me questions to ask during the vlogs. And, I promise you I'll answer them because I'm not gonna have too many subscribers for a while, or viewers probably, so I have a lot of time to do that eventually. I have a second phone I'm just gonna get like a prepaid thing for, where I can have you guys calling and texting me, and maybe, well, not really a live thing, but like a little podcast thing with all your questions about hunting. And definitely email me about this video. Email me about what hunting means to you. I would love to hear the feedback because I'm absolutely in love with hunting, conservation, wildlife management, and maybe I can, pursue a job career in it. So, thanks for watching. Like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you guys later.